Good evening, everyone. The Ishpeming Hematites going into the Division 7 state final game were considered underdogs to the Detroit Loyola Bulldogs. Many other critics said the Hematites were one word, undersized. Well, Ishpeming has one word to say back to their critics, champions. And at Ford Field, the Hematites were looking for their first state title since 1979. Yeah, the Ishpeming bleeding blue and showing the UP power as they come out of the tunnel. And they set the tone on defense. Erica Striva makes this nice tackle on Marvin Campbell for a loss of a couple of yards. So the defense forced a 3-and-out, and then Erica Striva came alive for Coach Olson. He takes a direct snap and is trying to outrun the pack of Bulldogs. He gets all the way to the 5-yard line and then is going to get tripped up, but the ball is going to cross the plane. Touchdown Hematites, 6-0 midway through the first. Then with 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter, Detroit Loyola has an answer of their own. And on 4th and 5, they were great on 4th down. Toby Sharp would find his running back, Kimoni Gabriel, and he goes into the end zone for the 28-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion good, 8-6 Bulldogs at half. Then in the third on 2nd down, Briones goes to the air. He throws this one to 2 Hematites, and R.J. Poyer comes down with the catch. That's good for 19 yards and sets up a 1st down. A few plays later, it's that guy, Kostriva again. He's going to be muscling his way into the end zone for a 2-yard touchdown. Fans can't even believe that one. And so they'll take a 12-8 lead. Kostriva wearing 11, just like Daniel Olson back in the day. Then with a few seconds left in the third on 4th and 2, the Bulldogs would convert again. This time Gabriel breaks out right, waits patiently for his blocker, and then waltzes his way into the end zone for an easy 20-yard touchdown. 14-12 Bulldogs. Coach doesn't like that. Then in the fourth, it's time for Erica Striva to put on the Jets. Gets the handoff and puts on the gas for a 60-yard run, and he's going to get all the way down to the 5-yard line. Just look at him run as fast as he can, trying to outrun the Bulldog defenders. He had 20 carries, 182 yards, and that's going to set up this touchdown again. Kostriva, say if there's a will, there's a way, and he goes into the end zone for the score. 2-point conversion good by Briones, 20-14 Ishpeming. Then the Hematites needed to stop on defense. The Bulldogs had the ball with 4th and 1 on the 8-yard line. Gabriel will be stopped by that guy Briones and the gang, so the Hematites retain control. And all Ishpeming had to do was run out the clock, and they won 20-14 to become your Division 7 state champions for 2012.
Times here, but these kids treated it like adults, and they were around me when things were tough. But I'll tell you what, this game is all about them. It's not about me. It's not about my son. This game is all about them.
We're going to fight all we can. I mean, we're hungry for this state title to get it for ourselves, and obviously we wanted it for our coach. I don't care what he says, but we want it for him and his son. They're big, and we just didn't let them dominate us.
You can see the Hematites at tomorrow's reception, which will be scheduled for 6:30 in Ishpeming, as the team will be part of the Christmas parade tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Congrats to the Hematites on a great season and bringing the trophy home for Daniel and Derek. And Iron Mountain native Jimmy Hurley and Kevin Veal have won the Division 5 state title, beating Grand Rapids West Catholic 12-9. Head coach Jimmy Hurley used to be the tight end, and athletic director Kevin Veal was the starting quarterback for the Mountaineers back in the day. The play of the game was on 4th and goal for Grand Rapids. The Falcons completed this pass, but they were stopped short of the marker, and the Raiders clinched the state title. Hurley has been coach for 14 years at Portland, and he couldn't even get out of the district round of the playoffs until this season. Congrats to the Raiders on their first ever title. Wisconsin in overtime, 24-21. Michigan State beats Minnesota 26-10. Let's go to some hockey. Hit the ice. NMU closing out the series with the Nanooks of Alaska. First period, Wildcats on the power play. Stefan Vizio will get the puck from Scott McCauley and put it in the net for the early 1-0 lead. He even lost a stick on that play. That was his third of the season. But that lead would go away 2 minutes later. Nolan Kaiser would get the puck from Chad Gayon, and this wrister gets past Jared Carreau, and he falls to the ice. But that won't matter. The game is now tied at 1. Later in the first, Josh Atkinson will take a shot on net after the faceoff. And Tyler Morley will be able to get the rebound from here and put it in the back of the net to take the 2-1 lead into the first intermission. NMU would score another in the third to send it into overtime, and the game would go to a shootout. The Wildcats would win the shootout as Mitch Jones and Ryan Ainsley score and win the shootout round 2-0. Now here's the rest of the score. scores. In the CCHA, Lake Superior State beats Ohio State. That's rare. Cornell beats Michigan 5-1. And then we have college hoops. NMU men lose to Lincoln, Pennsylvania, 67-56. NMU women beat Mercyhurst, 59-44. And also in women's hoops, Lake Superior State loses at the buzzer to Bellarmine, 76-75. Michigan Tech beats Wisconsin Parkside, 66-53. Ango-Gibbick men lose to Vermilion, 82-73, but the women win 66-49. And if you want to catch out my Twitter feed and all the reactions to the game, UpperMichiganSource.com.
Certainly some excited fans up the street there in Ishpeming.
And when those players come, they're going to be just so excited to just grab them, hug them. The state title is back in the UP.
They certainly deserve it, especially after all they've gone through. So
a tough year, tough few years, and well worth it for Coach Olson.
Absolutely. A truly inspiring story. Thanks so much, Donnie. We'll be right back after this.